European Le Mans Series here at Silverstone. An absolutely thrilling, spectacular finale to the race, action throughout. And congratulations to Greaves Motorsport and their three drivers, Gary Hirsch, Bjorn Verdheim and Jon Lancaster, for winning the race in their Gibson Nissan. We'll take it chronologically, lots to talk about. First of all, Gary, an excellent couple of stints from you, extremely quick at the end of your second stint. Just tell us first though about the start and the safety car, and then the incident where Philippe Albuquerque took you, and then the place was relinquished again.
Yeah, actually it was a very good first stint. I had to take care of the tires and the fuel. Obviously we knew that it would be a bit hard for everyone. So the idea was just to get a proper first stint, no mistakes, just take the lead. Then obviously we had the safety car, so I got a bit surprised with the yellow flag. That's when the TDS overtook me, and we knew that we had to catch the first few top cars, just staying that way. And then the second stint, the team allowed me to push a bit more and to be a bit more aggressive. The car was fantastic. Obviously the team has done a great job all over the weekend, and yeah, felt good. I could push a bit in the last lap just to get a proper time and then give the car to this guy.
Congratulations, well done Gary, great race. And Bjorn, you took over from Gary in the middle portion of the race. Just tell us about it. It looked as though you pulled a good gap out, then the safety car came out towards the end of your stint. Just talk us through your race today.
Yeah, so the idea was initially that one of us were going to do a double stint, either me or Jon, depending on how the race played out. So I was able to save quite a lot of fuel at the start of my stint, and was able to do a pit stop and a refueling stop without changing tires, and then do another 10-14 laps or something like that. I don't remember how much it was, but yeah, the car was amazing at the start of the stint. We have a bit of an issue as the tires wear that we need to work on for the future, and that's why there was such a big drop in lap times towards the end of it. And but at the end of the day, it was part of our strategy, and it worked out, and it put Jon in a position where he was able to fight for the win in the final stint. So it played out really well, and it's just such an amazing start to the season for us. And first time I'm working with Gary, and Jon I worked with before, but I was so impressed by the performance today in both their stints.
Well done, Bjorn. Congratulations on the win today. Moving over to Jon. Jon, you initially fought a rearguard action, but then went on the attack. There was several incidents. Just talk us through, first of all, when you were dicing with Harry going into Beckett's there, just how did it look from the cockpit from your point of view?
It was sort of, it had to be one or the other really. We had to go in side by side. I had momentum after Harry to get past the GT car in Cops, so yeah, sort of hanging around the outside. I moved, which I'd done before in single seater, so I knew it was possible, and yeah, I just had to hold the breath a little bit, but we got around and we came out the other side, and it gave us the advantage to go on the attack against TDS.
The operative word in attack, it was a great battle with Tristan. You hunted him down, then made a move at entry going onto the back straight there. Again, just talk us through how you saw that through your eyes.
Again, getting past a GT car coming into it, he had a really bad exit coming out, a lot of wheel spin as well, and like good traction, we still had a little bit of tyre left. So yeah, there was a small gap, it was either lift or go alongside, so I got halfway down the inside. He left a little bit of room, but not quite enough. I hit the inside curb and we just glanced him on the way out, but I think his tyres were that far gone that any sort of contact it was going to send him into a bit of a spin. So it was unfortunate, but I think it was just a bit of a racing incident at the end of the day.
Okay, thanks very much, Jon. Great job, pole position and a win. Well done to you. Moving over to our second place drivers with Jota Sports and the Gibson Nissan. First of all, Philippe, you started the race. Talk us through the early part of the race, because you pulled out a good gap eventually once you got past the TDS and these guys next to you.
Yeah, I mean, the first stint was a bit messy with the safety car and restart of the race and everything, so I kind of lost some time there, but since I got to the P1, was clear out, and I think the team did a good decision on keeping me on the same tires. We gained a lot of time, and it was not easy, struggling with a lot of understeer because the track was still too green. But still, I handed the car over to Simon with 17 seconds lead, so that's what I could do. I mean, in the end, even if my first stint would be awesome, due to situations, it would be pointless because due to the safety car, so it came to 0. So that's the risk that we have when you're starting with a platinum driver in the beginning. But that's what it is, and in the end, it was a fantastic race for everyone.
Well done, Philippe. Congratulations. Moving over to Simon. Simon, you took over a solid couple of stints from you. There was an incident with the Mark VDS car that we saw briefly, but just talk us through your race here at Silverstone today.
Yeah, from our point of view, you know, the strategy was that I was fuel saving from lap 1, so we needed to get 27 laps out, which is pretty difficult to do, and which I managed to do, and saving the tyres because I could see how they'd gone off with Philippe, and so I managed to come back a bit stronger in the second stint, and then catch the 2 guys who were sat here. But yeah, I mean, pretty pleased with the stint. And I actually had a fairly uneventful couple of stints really, which is unusual for me, especially here.
Well, you got a good finish, some good points to give an impressive platform for a 2015 title surge, Simon. Great day for Gibson Technologies as well, a 1-2 finish today.
I mean, what's fantastic is that, you know, we won 2, but it's a chassis that was, what is it, 2006, or it's 7 or 8 years old now, and it's proven to be competitive against all the shiny new coupes. So maybe people need to look at what they're thinking of doing.
Well, that's a whole new press conference in the future, I'm sure. Well done, Simon. Great job today. Harry, sensational and tumultuous last stint. I mean, you were hunting down both the TDS guide and the Greaves car driven by Jon Lancaster. Just talk us through those charges and the wheel-to-wheel bodywork action with Jon there at Beckett's.
Yeah. I mean, Simon did a fantastic stint, and the way he was holding off Tristan for the last sort of 4 or 5 laps was incredible, and that meant that I came out just behind the Greaves car, but I knew that the TDS car was double stinting, so I was able to attack early on, but I knew from the information coming through that we were catching Tristan as well, so I was sort of trying to pick my moment if I could, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, just think about the end of the race and going for the win, and not just dicing for P2 and letting Tristan get away. So, yeah, we were catching Tristan pretty fast. I managed to make a nice move around the outside of Jon in the second part of the new complex, and but it was a bit, yeah. It was a interesting stint, and when I spun was basically the GT car going into Stowe was slightly slower than I expected it to be. I already lifted off quite a bit, but at the apex just saw the parks on the inside, which meant that Jon got the run on me, and going into the next corner I ended up spinning, but I think that was fairly fair. But certainly there was, coming out of turn 1, I was already going around the outside and just got forced straight off the track when I was already alongside, so that wasn't overly great. And then I just had to refocus. I knew there wasn't many laps left, but I was super fast, so I was just trying to hunt down the 2 leaders. And coming out of the new complex, I saw Tristan go one way and Jon go another way, and so I managed to pick up P2 and couldn't quite get P1 in the end. But I think booze on the podium sort of sum up the feeling.
Okay, thanks very much, Harry. Moving over to our 3rd place trio of the TDS by Thierry team with the new Oreca Coupe. Starting with Pierre first. A good start from you, Pierre. Some good fighting. Just talk us through the early stages of the race from your perspective.
Yes, from our side, it was a very good fight at the start of the race. Very good fight with the Greaves with the Jota. After my 2 teammates did a very good job too, but the race changed at
last 10 minutes. So it's we are very disappointed, but we don't forget that it was the first race of the new Oreca 05, and it will be very, very good for the end of the season.
Well done, Pierre, thank you very much, and good job today. Moving over to Ludo. Ludo, another good job from you, a solid stint in the Oreca Nissan. Again, you had an incident midway through your stint. Just talk to us about that rotation you had.
Yeah, I had a problem with an LMP3 in the turn 8 or 9, and I think he didn't see me, but it's a race, it's like this with the traffic, and it's difficult to lose 10 seconds like this when you are in battle to win a place, but it's like this, and I'm happy for the team because with the new car it was difficult to arrive here with only 2 days of test, and we discover everything, and I think it should be good for the next race here to Imola.
Thank you, Ludo. Well done. Congratulations on your third place today. Moving over to Tristan. Tristan, so close. Going into the last few laps of the race with a distinct possibility of victory, and then the incident that Jon described. Let's hear it from your point of view with those last few laps.
What do you think?
Well, I've got to ask you the question first. Maybe we can talk about my opinions later. But it looked like there was contact there at Aintree as you go onto the back straight. But from the cockpit, just tell us how it felt for you, Tristan.
Well, from my side, it was pretty simple. It's just a place where it's just impossible to overtake. No? I think so. I think in the same spirit of Tincknell. It's interesting move. If we have the same spirit during the Le Mans race, I think we can have a big trouble and big injured and drivers on the walls. So it's not the spirit of the endurance. It's not my spirit. From my point of view, I was young like him a few years ago. I won the Formula 3. I won Macau. I did pole positions and jump car. So I think I can drive quite fast. And never I did that. If you are a good driver, you don't have to do that. You don't need to do that. So it's shame for him. But anyway, so if you speak about the race and the car, we have to work on the car, of course, but the base of this new Oreca 05 is really nice. We did a really good job with Dunlop in few days. We did test, but it was raining, so unfortunately we didn't have a lot of time to work on this car. So we learned a lot. We have to continue to work. I think we will be fast during the season, and I hope just before the Le Mans, and the potential is there. I'm absolutely sure. We have a really good relationship with Oreca, and TDS and Oreca did a good job this weekend, and I think we will work hard between now and Imola race. So I expect a good season.